to the 56th AI Community Meetup. Today we have a special guest. Before we introduce you to the guest speaker, Jack Lim, I just wanted to tell about a little bit about our journey. We have been doing academy for almost 8 years, and we were active on LinkedIn and other social media for a long time. And uh, we all understand that one thing, that subscribers is not, you don't own the subscribers, you don't have their email IDs, you don't have their you cannot reach to them, right? Suppose I have 50,000 LinkedIn followers. When I message to them, it depends on the LinkedIn algorithm how it goes, whom it reaches. So this what happened, and I had a late realization on this about building a community is when LinkedIn was banned for 12 days because of something that happened. I do not really know what happened, and for 12 days everything was stuck for me. Right, I could not reach out to anyone. Uh, so it made me really, you can say. Uh, it cut off my hands and my access, and that's what I realized. And I got in touch with Nusair, who is the CEO also of NAS, and his team was building a very great product. And how we can, whatever you have your subscribers, you should also start building a community, get everyone at one space, and then whatever you're doing, right? Because that is very important. You cannot just stay uh, uh, dependent upon the social medias, because the algorithm is changing. It can any day kick you out of that social media platform, and then what? So that is the thing. I had a realization, and I was requesting the team to come and share this, because they are doing this in and out, not only with me. I am one of their, you can say, community builders, but they work with a lot of people, and this is very important. That's why the topic of the day is also the about content creation, and whoever is doing content, and most of us are doing content right now. Whoever is on LinkedIn, whoever is on social media, for any company, content is important. So to talk more about this, I don't want to take the limelight. Then we will open the floor for question and answer. We have Jack Lim, and she is the global head of communities for Nash.io. She has assisted tens of thousands of creators in their monetization journey through education, support, and top-notch account management. Before joining NAS, she had held various roles in tech companies where she combined data with user insights to build communities, drive KPIs, and scale processes. So thank you, Jack, for accepting this, and let me unmute you because, yeah, thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Arshad, for bringing me here. Hi, everyone. So, as Arshad said, I've been helping community builders, the people on Nasarayo, in building communities. Today, the talk will just revolve around content creation, community building, some bits of like how you can use AI within your community to be able to essentially build that content, etc. Right? So yeah, let's get started. Let me know if you start seeing my screen. Are you
Yeah,
seeing the
we
screen?
can see.
Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. Again, I'm Jack Lim. I lead I'm the head of communities globally for Nasat.io, which means I work with creators from all over the world, not just in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Okay, so a bit of background, right? I have spent the past 3 years, I've actually celebrated my 1,000th day on NAS company last month. We were actually in Abu Dhabi where Nusair was like, "Hey Jack, you just hit 1,000 days." I'm like, "Oh, I did." So we've been building community. We've spent 3 years helping creators build businesses through NAS.io and NAS Academy. Um, they, as we talk to them, right, as we try to work with them, they all said the same thing. It's like in the past, it was so easy to grow, right? 2018 to 2021, it was super easy to grow your business, right? You start the channel, you grow your followers, like Arshad said, right? He grew his followers in LinkedIn. Promote your link in bio, whether that's a link tree, a website, whatever that is, and sell some sort of like digital product. right? That means you'll make a lot of money or you get brand deals, right? It worked. People made money. Your followers equals your business because that is what people look for. When brands approach you, they're gonna ask how many followers do you have, right? When you sell something, the distribution is dependent to the number of followers you have. But there's a problem. Can anyone guess what the problem is? Can they type on the chat? They can, right? Can
Yes,
someone
yes,
type
I
on the chat?
mentioned. Yes, they can type on the chat and keep it going. Yes.
Okay, so can there are too many creators, Mohit said. Actually, the problem is simpler. It's TikTok. We love TikTok. We binge on TikTok. But the short form era has rise, right? Algorithm based discovery. You will discover people based on what you've watched, regardless of who you follow, right? Other platforms even followed TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. So the short life, the attention span of people became shorter and shorter. Your audience is stuck in their home feed. Instead of in the past, you would search for, oh, let me check out what, in our case, Nas Daily is doing. Now you're probably just scrolling in your home feed, watching funny videos or workouts, whatever you've searched the past week, right? Followers mattered a lot less, right? Less than 10% of your followers will see your content. You're just losing control. So what do? There are too many creators, there's algorithm. Is the answer, let's create more content? You can, because there is AI to help you, right? Even with us, we have been using different tools to be able to build content using AI. But even then, as a creator, you want to feel motivated, right? You want to feel motivated, you want to feel connected to your audience. And no amount of AI efficiency can replace the feeling of talking to a person, right? AI makes our lives easier, but I still want to meet Arshad and all my community managers. I still want to get to know all of you, right? So that's not what I'm going to talk about. I just shared what we've been using. We actually use a lot of these things. And that's how we use AI in the end to end journey. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. But before that, let me pause for a few seconds. And if anyone here is in the space of like, I want to create more content, I want to be able to create in my own platform, I want to be able to use AI. We've integrated content creation and AI in some of our challenges. These challenges are shorter than the typical NAS Academy programs because the NAS Academy program is 6 months. So if you want to join, I'll just drop the link in the chat. It's nasacademy.com/challenges, or you can scan the QR code. Okay, I'm going to change the slide in 3, 2, 1. Cool. So you can no longer, going back, right? We've talked about how it's hard to build a business from your followers. You actually cannot build a business on top of your followers anymore, right? It's like there is a business, but it's not the only thing that matters. How do you build a business today? In 2024, it's all about building a community based business. And so, for people who've been with us for a while, you actually were ahead. You've started owning your audience. So, if you get banned tomorrow from LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, you still have a mailing list of how many ever people you already have on your NASIO, right? And all of you will still know that there's an upcoming event because Arshad can reach you using Magic Reach, right? What is a community-based business? Let's maybe break it down a bit. Uh, Community-based businesses still put people back at the center, right? You still talk about people, you still talk to people, you still interact with them. So how do you build it? There's an acronym. It's going to be ROBO: Reach, Own, Build, and Offer, right? So let's start with Reach. Social media is your billboard. So remember that. You don't stop being on social media. You still are on social media. It's like a billboard. It's like first impression. It's like, when you see someone's photo, do you like the person? Or someone's video, you make an immediate connection. But that's it, right? You after that, you decide what to do. Right? Content helps you find the audience, right? If you create great content, The algorithm will actually help you find people who are interested in the topics you're talking about, right? So you can do social media, you can do ads if you're whatever you're doing is like I want to drive direct sales and things like that. And you can even join networks, right? A mailing list, all joining chat groups, joining events, right? Joining communities like this. That's the first part. Reach people, right? Talk to people. The second part is owning, right? Why do you have to own your audience? I think getting banned from a platform is a legitimate problem. Getting banned for how long? Again, Arsha, 12 days, right? You said 12 days?
Yes, yes.
12
12
days
days, and I
sucks.
was trying to reach out to LinkedIn support, call centers, tweets. It was a bad 12 days.
Essentially, it's like unless you know someone already, you're probably not going to get yourself fixed. You're in that very long queue of people who got banned for some weird reason, right? So, so that you won't get stopped. That's basically it. I don't want any of you getting banned for 12 days or even just one day. Honestly, the algorithm gets stressful after getting banned for one day, right? What does owning your audience mean, right? Getting someone's phone number, getting someone's email, knowing about their interests, their LinkedIn profile, right? Because out of all the social media platform, LinkedIn is actually the one that gives you the most information already. But at the same time, it's still a social media platform. You can still get banned, as Arshad has experienced, right? But in 2024, emails, right? A mailing list is no longer enough. Open rates are dropping, right? In the past, open rates can skyrocket up like 50, 60%. Now, open rates, you're lucky if you get 20 plus, 30 plus percent, right? It's because people, in a lot of parts of the world, they don't open their emails anymore. So, how exactly do you own your audience? So, you collect data through lead magnets. So who here knows about the lead magnet? Can you type lead magnet on the chat if you know what it is? Oh no, nobody knows about it. Lead magnet, anyone? Lead magnet? Okay. I don't see anyone. But anyways, I will proceed. This event, for example, is a lead magnet, right? If someone's talking about content creation, can content creators make money using AI, right? In using community, etc. If they're interested, then they would go here, right? It's free content, correct? And you get data. That's the first type of lead magnet, free virtual events. The second one is digital products, right? So, Arshad, I'm using examples from your community. An ebook, right, which you might be interested in, is also a lead magnet, right? The thing is, if he told you, join my community today on WhatsApp, your friends in a group, it's like, join my community today, people will ask you 25 questions about why they should join the community today. But if you say, join my event or get my free ebook, people will immediately sign up. And because it's in one place, each time you do an event, each time you launch a digital product, it adds up, right? That's why you've had 5,000, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah,
5,000,
5,500. But one thing I want to add, if you don't mind.
go for it.
Yeah. So initially, I remember when I started, I was telling you before the call, right? April 2023. I had to
Mm-hmm.
request a lot of people initially because I just started with one user. They were very skeptical. Why should I give you a WhatsApp? Why should I give my WhatsApp number? Why should I give you my email
Mm-hmm.
ID? And it was too tough, right? To get the first 100 people. It took me almost 1.5 months to get the first 100 people in our community. And right now, as thankfully, because of the events and these type of digital products, a lot of value that we are giving in, people are not asking so much questions, right? If you want this, there's no force. If you want it, you need to log in, and that is the process. So
Yeah, because
yeah.
that's it, right? I think in the beginning, you're right. The first few people, it will be difficult. But but at that time, right, because we didn't have much products, but at that time, if you were able to build these lead magnets, it will still be easier to say, hey, go to this talk. I've invited one of my friends to talk about, I don't know, Python. People will still go more to that Python event versus like give you the email and WhatsApp. randomly, right? Join my AI community. Give me your email and WhatsApp. It's like, what's in your AI community? What do I get? How frequent do you meet? What do you give? What will you use the data for? All those things, right? So that's why I think lead magnets are the way to go. So aside from what you're already doing, here are other examples of possible events just to spark everyone's inspiration, right? So this lady from Mexico was able to get 5,000 leads by doing a virtual assistant event. She spoke about like, like inviting someone and then talking. It's a collaboration. It's not even her in the video, right? It's like similar to what you're doing, right? Second is that this lady has a resume template. So for everyone who wants to apply for a job, a resume template is actually really useful, right? So if you're talking about becoming, in her case, she's a developer from, I think, Microsoft, right? What would make Microsoft open your CV on top of like the tens of thousands of applicants they have, right? That's an example of a digital product people in her audience actually wanted. They want jobs in tech in Canada, right? In this case, he's doing, again, 10 resources you must have with designers, like something simple, something snappy. It doesn't have to always be a full ebook. And then that's basically it, right? These are already at this point you have five examples, two from Arshad and three from other people, right? You don't have to invest a lot of time to own your audience because if they want that lead magnet you're getting, you will be able to collect their information. And I think depending on how you want to use your information or how you want to curate your events, you would probably want to either add an application form asking more questions or just leave it be and just collect them as you engage with the community through WhatsApp, right? Next, building relationships. It's not about just building the community. Even if you have 100 digital products, nobody cares if you're not building something that they care about, right? So you have to understand what people care about. So it's all because doing a business is all about trust, right? Like the same way that content creators have more trust sometimes than actual media outlets. As an example, a content creator was elected in the UK. I think Fideas, if you know him, he's the guy famous for hugging Elon Musk. He's now a politician. And it's because I guess they trust him more than the typical people running for office, right? So, how exactly do you build relationships? By sharing your knowledge and enabling others to share their knowledge. A community is not one way. It's not me talking to you all the time. It's also about me understanding what you're good at and allowing you to be able to share that with the group, right? Sharing your knowledge can be in a form of a newsletter, a workshop, a challenge, right? So, I'm going to throw in a few examples of uh, essentially like what are some of the workshops we've seen from all over the world. This lady grew her audience by 800 members by doing a workshop, crash course into investing, and she upsold them to a course. This guy has a challenge. 8,000 people join JC's fitness challenge, right? It wasn't even free. It was a paid challenge. Rachna, if you are familiar with her, did a challenge inside her paid community and she was able to engage 1,000 members. So imagine her just adding value in her community. And what ended up happening is that people are joining her paid community to learn about investing because they want to be part of Level Up Your Investing Challenge. And that caused her community in itself to actually grow by a lot, right? Imagine 1,000 additional members in a month. That's actually quite a lot, right? So yeah. Also newsletters, right? For people who like reading more than talking to people. If you're a bit antisocial sometimes, like newsletters also work. And we even have a guy, he's actually from Dubai. He talks about India's stock market. What he does is he uses a WhatsApp group as his newsletter. He gives updates on the stock market with a PDF of his analysis every week, and people pay him money. So, yeah, that's your knowledge, right? How do you share other people's knowledge? One opportunity is networking. So networking is like value inside your community. People talk, right? So think about hosting a dinner for startups where they talk, then they bring in their friends and invite more people. This dinner can start with like 10 people and can eventually be 100-person dinner easily, right? Or networking for parents, right? If you have parents, then you want them to be able to bond with their kids and other parents in your school. This is actually from a preschool in Singapore. You can run these events. Or networking even for recruiters and job seekers. I think this example is from Dubai. Ruby actually invites job seekers and recruiters to talk to one another. The other one is member discussion. It's not just about the creator. I think if it's all about the creator, then you'll probably not engage with your community because it's like sometimes it gets tiring to just listen to one person. So here's a pro tip for everyone who's planning to or is using NAS.io. We do have Ruby AI. Ruby AI is for your discussions, for you to summarize it, right? So what I've done actually last night when I was working on my slides, polishing it, I took some of your AI summaries, Arshad, and I placed it on ChatGPT. Why? Why did I do that? So first of all, the AI summary transforms literally what you guys talk about in WhatsApp into a summary. Don't worry, we don't say who talked about it. So if you're bashing another member in your community, it's not in the summary. So Arshad can just happily just share the summary into the group for people who missed all the discussion, the chaos when you're talking about something. What I've done is I've preloaded all the summaries for June and said, based on what people are talking about, I asked ChatGPT, what is a 30-day content plan that I can do to promote my community? And based on the AI summaries, it was basically say, oh, we're launching a curriculum exclusive for the WhatsApp group. Right? Those are some of the ideas that the members might be interested in. And you can even, you see here, it's like a combination of a social media post and like an email, right? To the new subscribers, to people in the audience, right? And because it splits the target audience, you also know who the type of people you're talking to, right? But ChatGPT would have been useless if I didn't know what you guys were talking to on WhatsApp, right? So that's basically it. Like if you plug in the bot will help you and will give you a summary which you can use. And it can be used in many ways. One content calendar is one example. Another example is just being like, oh, they love talking about this. Let me try to think about inviting a guest speaker related to generative AI, for example, right? So these are ways for you to just um, maximize the power of your community by unleashing what the people already know, right? And if you have the profile of your users, you actually would know if you have an expert in that field that can actually be a guest speaker without even sourcing outside. So that's how you leverage networking and the discussions in your community. Next, at this point, we've done rob. Okay, let's stop. We don't rob a bank. No, it's like robo. So let's go to O. Um, you you will be much clearer on what they need after you've done all those things, right? You brought people in, you spoke to your audience, you used the summary, you placed it in, you placed it in your content plan, right? So you're attracting similar people, creating network effects. Now it's time to put out the offer. So our suggestion for people who are starting out is to always start with the one-off product, right? In the past, people are like, oh, Jack, but it takes a month to create a course, right? It does take more than a month to create a course. If you've started an academy, you would know, right? But it's not just about courses anymore. Online pre-recorded courses are honestly dead because people want to talk to other people. So it's better if you build it in a community model, right? Here are some other examples, right? Community-based products being sold. So if this guy managed to recruit 122,000 into his community of cybersecurity enthusiasts, then he can start selling these products, right? If he didn't put people in one community, he will not have 122,000 leads, right? The next one is if you want to sell direct and you're clear about what exactly you want, just do a community based course where they learn new topics, smaller bite sized topics every month. So they pay, right? The same way that I think there's a paid community for AI Guild, right? Where there's a lot more value than the current free one. Maybe Arshad, you can drop your paid community link there so they know where it is. Uh, the next one is doing events. You can offer community-based events. Literally, this girl, she's a food blogger, right? You're probably like, how do I monetize as a food blogger unless restaurants pay me? She's like, why don't I create an experience for people where they have a secret tasting menu and they only have access to it if they're part of my community? This is a member only price. It could be double or triple if you're not part of the community. So that incentivizes more people to join your community. And the other one is experiences, right? Just hiking, physical outdoor experiences is also something that people would want to pay for. It doesn't always have to be a boot camp, a retreat, or a course. It can even be, let's all go hiking. It doesn't have to always be related to one thing. If a lot of people in this group just so happens to be interested in hiking, then you guys should go hiking, you know? And then we talked about this earlier, paid challenges, right? Paid challenges, I would say, is probably the easiest one-off product you can sell. And I'm not gonna let you do it alone because I'm nice. A pro tip is we can actually help you generate a challenge. Here's an example, right? You can type something about your community. So I used a artificial intelligence community again. I'm so sorry for always using you as an example. A very short description, and then your you generate your challenge. It will just design a challenge based on whatever information you have. We've done the prompt engineering based on the challenges we've had in the past. And it will help you at least have an idea, a baseline of a challenge that you will tweak. Because what do you need from a challenge? Your knowledge. What's the goal? Breaking that goal down into checkpoints so people achieve certain things after each checkpoint. And then you decide on the reward, you decide on how often you'll meet, right? All those types of things. If you want to try this tool, it's actually a challenges GPT that we've built. You can scan the QR code, or again, I will drop the link in the chat if you're interested. It's nasa.io/challenges GPT for you to be able to easily start your challenges if you're having difficulty with organizing your thoughts or your knowledge. I think this is where we add the most value because all that knowledge is probably in your brain, right? You just don't know how to turn it into a challenge. So let us help you by translating it for you. Cool. I'm going to keep the QR for 3 seconds. And do people have questions? They still don't have questions. I don't see questions in the chat. Okay. I take it as you understand everything I'm saying. You're very smart people. Uh, so I'm changing the slide in 3, 2, 1. So it's no longer about just LMS, right? It's no longer about building your own course, creating a platform where they can learn step by step that course. It's about the human interactions with other people. I'm sure a lot of you would remember the friends you made in school more than how you scored in your project 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? Or what your favorite subject was, or what was the lesson your teacher taught you on a specific day. You probably remember the human connections, the friends, the memories you've had with people you interacted with. That's the same way. People will learn more, people will engage more with humans than with just, a recorded video. This is what YouTube cannot offer, right? There's a lot of free courses in YouTube, right? If any of you wants to learn something, you can just look for YouTube. The human interaction is something that's not available for just online. So after you've made your one-off product, you're probably like, but I have to think about new products every month. That's very, very stressful for me, Jack. You do memberships, right? So I think Arshad has created AI Guild. That's great. A sample of a membership is this guy. This guy turned his tweets into a community. People pay him $6 a month. This is in INR actually right now because I think we took the screenshot while we were in India. But people pay him $6 a month to be part of a WhatsApp group where people share social media tips. How much extra work does he have to do? Nothing. Because he used to tweet all these social media trends. And then now it's just on the WhatsApp group. And then people discuss about these topics because the people there are really interested about social media. They're all social media managers talking about the latest change in the algorithm of TikTok or LinkedIn or whatever, right? What are the different things? So it's not, I don't think everyone should start a newsletter on AI on WhatsApp today. I don't think that makes sense. Or I don't think everyone should start a social media newsletter like the guys. There are many things you can offer to your community: exclusive access, unique events, discounts, networking, you know, how to build your own business. These are many different things that you can do, right? Here are some interesting examples. First is this guy. Industry Club is a group in the UK. In the past, what they used to do is they would literally text you on WhatsApp via a small WhatsApp group of like 20 people. Where is the after party for Chanel or Dior in Fashion Week? Then people started asking if they can add their friends into the group. The guy was doing it for free for almost a year. And then it blew up. He's like, oh my gosh, I think this information is super duper valuable, right? Sponsors pay him to bring his people because they know he has a WhatsApp group of people who are interested in these after parties. But at the same time, he's like, should I just let everyone get access? Or I also have to curate the quality of people. So this community actually has a 21 question application form. 21 for you to get in because he's vetting the people so the sponsors continue to pay, but they're paying him $21 a month to get access to these after parties, to these high class events in the fashion, lifestyle, and entertainment industry. And that's like double sided monetization, right? Making money from the brands and making money from the community itself. The next one is this guy from, again, I think the UK. He visited Dubai fairly recently. I think you've seen him in Nas House, Arshad, when we were there. Um, this guy actually has a network of like 400, 500 WhatsApp groups. What do? They literally network online on WhatsApp. He has a group for anything. Think about it, like Harvard alumni in UK. There's a group. You know, it's like smaller groups that are curated in a sense that the discussions there are really for meaningful conversations related to a specific super niche topic. So some groups have 10 people, some groups have 100 people, other groups probably have 300. But what he's done is that for you to get access to my groups, you pay. If you stop paying, I can remove your access anytime, right? So he has that network of 500 groups. So these are just some examples of like the less traditional way of like doing memberships, right? Because essentially there's a lot of ways of how you can shape that idea. In the past, that's what people think about: get followers, get business. You can use AI to optimize your process, but at the end of the day, building that relationship is still important. So in 2024, every creator should not just be looking at growing their followers. What they should be building is a recurring revenue business, right? Because if you're reliant on brands, you will have a good month. You will have a good month where you made $20,000 or $100,000, and you will have a lot of bad months where you lose money creating content because there is no sponsor. So that's probably something that you have to keep in mind if you're trying to create content, right? Some people, it doesn't matter because I'm doing it on the side, but like, if you want to do it full time, you have to be less reliant from these brands, right? You have to turn your content, your knowledge, your community into a proper business. It's time for you to diversify. So the good news is people are already doing this, right? You're here today because Arsha decided to build a community. He had the courage to convince those first 10 people to join artificial intelligence community in the past, right? Before he had a clear formula of what this community was about, right? There is also a major shift to community already happening, right? In the past, it was mailing lists, it was online forums, right? Reddit, Facebook groups. We moved to chat. Now, NAS Company is here to help you use whatever platform your audience is in already without building something completely new and spending so much on tech for you to be able to just own, grow, and monetize your audience. Every creator will have to build a community based business. So, what does this mean for you? Some of the most successful creative creators on YouTube have already started, right? We've seen a lot of people building academies, building memberships, running regular challenges, right? There's no better time than to start than today because a lot of people still don't understand community, right? If you have a community, you win against the rest. If you leverage your skills in content creation, in AI, in community building, you will be able to rise above everyone. So yeah, as a last gift for all of you, we have free challenges templates, which I will send if you create a community today, or if Arshad allows me, we will probably still send you the template. So scan the QR, create a community, um, and like we'll give you challenge templates so that you don't have to start from scratch. That's the easiest thing, right? Think about the challenge today, start it tomorrow. So yeah, I think that's it for me. I will leave this on. Arshad, anything?
Yeah, so we'll request people to use the chat for questions and then raise their hand.
Questions? Sure.
That will be a good thing. And so, I wanted to know your thoughts because you are talking not only to many community builders, so and you're seeing the trend. Before it was mailing list, now it is community based. Now, what do you think is the future? What is going to happen in the future? Is it going to be something different or more uh, community-based initiatives or something like a form of community that is going to happen in the future? Because we also need to be prepared uh, about the future. I think Fani is giving a screenshot. Which website is this? That Fani that you are
It's not working? Oh my gosh.
NAS.
Really?
Let me test it. nas.io slash
Really? That's actually my personal link. Oh, probably the QR died. I am very sorry.
let me try again. Yeah, I I think
It goes in, right? Is it the QR, the link?
yeah. Just don't just you can. I will put the link. The
Yeah, yeah,
nas.io
yeah.
slash
Yeah,
nas.
it works.
It works. It works. So the QR code
Yeah.
you can just type. I'll put in the chat as well.
Okay, I will edit it now.
Yes.
HTTP.
So coming to that question, like, what do you think is the future? What is the thing that you feel in that's going to happen in the next 1 or 2 years? Because we see there is a lot of uh,
Yeah, I think before when I think I'll talk a bit about why we believe in community, right? So community is because especially after we got locked down, everyone's craving for that being able to talk to a human, right? So uh, online communities is actually like something that's happening, like Facebook groups were rising, right? But essentially in the past, the trend was you try to make a mega group. Similar to growing your followers, right? The trend was you make a mega group with like hundreds of thousands of people. But if real or a broadcast channel with all your followers, so you're able to push. But all these things are one way. If you notice, right, it's like the creator mostly talking and then the people reacting to what the creator is talking about. That's what was happening in the past, right? There were groups that were talking to one another. But what I've realized is that because there was a lack of like visibility when the algorithm shift, nobody was even landing on those groups that were that were in the social media platforms. What I'm noticing is that we will be part of more smaller communities that we're actually interested in, right? Like if you're interested in personal finance, you'll probably not join a person because you're in Dubai, you'll probably not join a personal finance community based in, I don't know, Africa. or based in Australia, right? Because the things they will be discussing is not applicable to the Dubai market. So it will become a bit more local, a bit more niche for certain things. And then there will be still topics that are universal, right? Like, for example, getting a job, advancements in technology, right? Uh, there will still be broader topics like that span across geographies and in age groups. That's a trend we're seeing, but it's very important for people building communities to be able to understand where they want to play and what do they want to offer. Because you can't not everyone can do weekly events like you. Some people will probably pass out doing weekly events, right? Some people would probably be able to write one email a week and do an event once a month. Essentially, it's like you also have to balance the desire to build a community with that level of consistency. Right? Cool. Was
There
that
is a
helpful?
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. There is a question from Rahul. He's just giving a comment or it's a question, I don't know. Can you use it to make an alumni group?
Yes, yes. Um, you can use it to make an alumni group. So I talked a lot about making money because that's the topic we agreed on. But the product works even if you just want to put everyone in a group, put events, and put everyone in the WhatsApp group. I think even in an alumni group, so it depends, right? If it's a free alumni group, you can still connect the bot to WhatsApp and it will still give you summary of what people are talking about, right? So that I think is one benefit. The other benefit is you can post all your events in the group and people can decide which ones they want to RSVP to. So they add it to their calendar. So you say, oh, the events for the month, for the third quarter have been published, right? So please go to this link. And then everyone will just go to the community link and RSVP to whichever ones they're interested in. So people get updates regarding that event. So you can use it for an alumni group. If it's a paid alumni group, uh, the other thing that we do is we actually do member management. If people stop paying, you get kicked out. That's basically it, right? So it depends on what type of alumni group you're trying to do, Rahul. But that's basically what I'm suggesting you do. Cool. I'll stop sharing my screen so we can see the full blown questions. I can also
Yeah,
see the chat.
sure. So now, can you read Mohit's question? He has written a big question. 455.
Mohit, what is the what is the good way? What is the way a good content creator versus an average one? Because I see a lot of creators saying, see a lot of creators just saying we will teach AI, and then they just teach. um, Content creation is about trust. I think that's the first thing. I think if people, obviously everyone just talks about ChatGPT because that's the easiest thing. It's like instant gratification when it comes to AI. It's the easiest thing to learn. Um, but I think you will understand the credibility of a creator as you go to their feed, as you go to more of the content they're doing, right? You also have to do your own research, and you will be able to understand, like, is the person credible. So a ways we see to know that, hey, is this person really good at teaching AI, for example, is that you have to research, like, what is the person's credibility? Is a person technically savvy about AI because they studied engineering, data science? That's one aspect. The other one is if the person actually has actual use cases on how they've used AI. Like, for example, in our case, we don't claim to be technical experts, but we use AI for end-to-end content creation, right? Like, we've done that not for our channel, but we actually used to run a channel that's all the videos were made from AI, right? There's like original idea, but like the actual graphics, etc., were made from AI because it wasn't like a human AI, a person, right? Um, so when we put AI in the content creation curriculum, we don't say we teach AI. We say we teach AI for content creators for you to make your content creation journey more efficient, right? And then the third bit is testimonials, right? It's easy to fake one or two testimonials, but if you have actual screenshots of what people talk about, right? That's that's what you'll get. Normally, creators that are confident with what they teach actually offer a money back guarantee. That's something we've seen. If someone's brave enough to put a money back guarantee, more often than not, they know their shit. Uh, so yeah, it's less about that. And then when it comes to following, so going back to followers that I mentioned earlier, it's not about the number of followers, but it's also the engagement, the level of engagement and the quality of engagement. Like for example, if you have a lot of comments on your Facebook post or or Instagram post, and the comments are "You're looking great," and you're teaching AI, that's completely unrelated. That's probably a low quality audience, right? Those are probably bots saying thumbs up, fire icon, looking good. It's like those are like basically not real humans engaging with your content. So the quality of the engagement, testimonials, consistency in the topic they talk about, and essentially their credibility when you do your research. So those are some ways we've seen uh, we're able to separate good creators from the other ones. Cool. Uh, Song is asking, why not just use existing social media like Facebook group? Getting banned is an extreme case. Uh, I'm not saying you abandon your Facebook group. We actually have a lot of creators whose Venn diagram is basically followers, Facebook group, nasayo. Um, I'll talk about one of the creators I personally onboarded. Uh, she's one of the creators who's made over $100,000 on using the Nas.io platform. She is a finance creator in the Philippines. She has 200,000 followers on Facebook. She has YouTube, Instagram, name the platform, she has it. She started a Facebook group. Her Facebook group is in the past was like 1,000. When I met her, she was at 15,000 people in the group. That's actually not bad, right? From 200 to 15,000 in the Facebook group actually engaging. And when I said about engagement earlier, the engagement is actually high quality. With her, her motivation was to move to NASIO was actually not because she, well, one, she was a, there you go. She was afraid of getting banned at that time, not because she was being controversial or whatnot. It was actually partly because she she was she was opinionated, right? And there were like people who were getting banned about talking about like vaccines during the pandemic. So yeah, that's when we had the conversation. Um, she wants to be able to talk to people more, but when you're a creator at that size, you don't want to spend time with everyone. You don't want to be able, you won't be able to reply to all your DMs. So she's like, I need a barrier for entry for people to be able to have a more direct access to me, to be able to ask me questions, to be able to ask questions in a webinar like this. So what she did is she started a paid community, $10 a month for everyone's contact. $10 is actually 1 day's worth of salary in the Philippines, and she got 200, 300 people paying her. And that became for people who want more regular, spread out engagement versus people who want to purchase her high ticket course. So that's the way she went about it. So I'm not saying you abandon your social media channel. As a matter of fact, we're actually connected to like we do member management. We connect our community specifically to algorithm less channels, Discord and WhatsApp. We do member management for paid communities. Like we remove roles from people when they stop paying on Discord, and we remove people from WhatsApp communities, paid WhatsApp communities when they stop paying. So yeah, cool.
I think did you take this question from Taqwa Malik? Taqwa Malik?
No, I took from Song.
Yeah, yeah. Just after that, there is a long question. Oh, what happened to my camera? Oh,
Oh yeah, what happened to you? Why are you? I don't see
something.
you.
Yeah, my
Something
system.
happened.
Yeah, yeah, it is coming up.
Can you guide us on having community managers and admin to support creator? At what stage do you have a community manager to support? Okay. Um, My advice to people is when you start a community, don't start with something you can't do on your own. It always starts with what can you sustain. So what can you sustain may mean one event a week for some people. For others, it's one email a week and one event a quarter. One of our top earning creators did not connect a WhatsApp group to her community. She tells people, read your emails, that's how I'm going to engage with you, or during the live events. That's how they engage. It's either you read your emails, you read your feed on the NAS.io app because you get notified when I post something, or you join my challenges. When you join my challenges, you're going to be part of a WhatsApp group and you're going to be able to see me on live sessions. Otherwise, the level of engagement you get from me are emails because she has a full time job, right? She has a full time job. She's earning a lot on NAS.io. This is a different person. But she's like, I can't commit to being available for WhatsApp, and opening a WhatsApp group without being able to moderate it can become chaos. Imagine people spamming everyone else. That's going to be a big problem if you forget about it for one day and you come back and people are spamming the group, right? So in her case, I can't commit that much time. So my engagement will be the feed, emails, and then programmatically when I run events and challenges. And that's okay. People still engage with her. Her email open rates are actually one of the highest I've ever seen, 50 to 60% this day. It's actually unheard of to see open rates like that. But yeah, that's something I would advise people. So normally my advice is to start by doing if you like writing, a newsletter. If you don't like writing, start a challenge. Because the challenge is probably just breaking it down and just showing up on Zoom, pushing everyone to commit, and then pushing everyone to share their success as they try to go through the different milestones. That's the easiest way to start. Hiring a community manager becomes necessary when you're scaling, right? I think, Arshad, when did you hire a community manager? Like, you didn't hire a community manager the first time you were like, I want to build a community business. I'm going to hire a community manager. Is that the first thing you did?
No, I had a person with me, so now who is handling who Marish. No, before it was CJ, and then I had a person who was helping me in the academy part. And to be honest, yes, so this is one of my initially in the initial 6 7 months, I spent a lot of time in you can say moderating and all. But now we have rules, and people know, right, that if
Mhm.
they don't, they cannot spam if they put a marketing. So now it is better. Initially it took time. We had
Yes.
a employee, and right now also it is there who keeps checking. And also as you grow, you have few people who are old who support, who if anything wrong
Yes.
happens, so they help each other, right? So they moderate, it gets moderated, it gets deleted. So things are better now. Initially, as I told you, the first two three, reaching the first 1,000 for me was challenging. After that, now I don't. And I was also one thing, right? WhatsApp, people join and people leave WhatsApp because they get bugged by the notifications, and also these things keep happening, right? So
For sure.
does we don't people who want to be a part of the community, who want to listen from you, will stay anyhow, right? So that is
Yeah.
the thing that worked for us. It was a learning, to be honest. Everyone's journey is different. So
Yep.
when you once you start, you will see what works for you, what does not work.
Yeah. So my biggest advice is start with something you can sustain. Hire a community manager when it's becoming too much. As much as possible, try to set the ground rules very early on, and don't feel bad when people leave your WhatsApp group. Honestly, it's like some people would prefer to just get the emails you do and then just show up to the events without their notifications exploding on WhatsApp, right? It varies on a person per person basis. So it also helps for you to understand your community. So it's also important to be able to poll your community and learn more from them, asking them questions, running surveys, etc., either through WhatsApp, through email. Yeah, that's it. Are there more questions?
Someone, Mohit, has given a comment, and I also added that he regarding top content creators. So there is a NAS, there is a page of top content creators,
Yeah.
and we are there. I am there in one of the in the first. You can say so. That is the thing. You want to, yeah.
Yeah.
I think yeah, any more questions from Jack? And the thing is, the first question that everyone should have in the mind if they are making a business, uh, is a community important or not? If and that is the most important thing that you need to realize. If you realize community is important, then I will vouch for Nas.io as a platform. It is
Thank you.
no, because I have been using it for the last one and I'm from March. From April, I launched my community, the free community, and July, I launched my paid community, Guild AI Guild, and it has been a good journey. And I have seen the product grow. I have seen the product grow and becoming more and more uh, user friendly, and more features like challenges is something very new that Jack is mentioning. A lot of things, and even Nusair's vision for this product is there. He has a big vision for this product to make it better and better, and also incorporate all the latest trends that are happening. Right? It is always keeps on updating. You will feel get new, more new things that are there. There is one more very good product that is one-on-one consulting. This is also has been
Yes.
introduced. And it's a very good thing. Can you share your community link for AI? Mohit is putting a direct message. Uh, so you had joined this event, so that event is a part of this community. I will put the link again. So they're asking the link of the community. So this is the link. This event is a part of this community initiative. So there is content, there is events, there is a lot of things that you can look at this website. Yeah. Any more questions from Jack? For Jack, it will be great. I can see a lot of old faces, but I think you answered everything. If people want, there someone messaged me, direct messaged me about the deck. Is it publicly available or
Why
the
don't
deck,
I
the
give you
slide?
a why don't I give
Okay.
you a summary instead? Because it's like it's a keynote. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
That will
just
be
give you
great.
a summary that you can send to your community using Magic
Yeah.
Reach. And I'll send it to you.
Sure, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I will send this as a summary and
Hmm.
whatever she mentioned, and she shared all the links. I will also save this chat and text, and maybe I can also do something about it. Any closing? So, community, just before leave, we are going to stay for 30 more minutes. I request all of you to stay for some time, and we will have some poll and some updates, very important updates for all of you. Before you leave, Jack, I know you're very busy and it's very late in Philippines. You have any closing thoughts for for the community? Any message that you want to give?
Um, yeah, for me, it's like if you are thinking about creating content, and content doesn't mean videos, right? It can be a blog, it can be a LinkedIn post, it can be curating photos on your Instagram, whatever that is, right? And your goal is to make a business out of it. Sometimes it's better to go with community first, product second, right? Like our journey at NAS Company, our founder's journey, is he built a community, right? When social media was like about, bringing your followers together at that time, of millions of people before he started monetizing, before he started selling products, right? And for us, we are not necessarily like a big ads player in high AdSense country, because if you see our content, it's actually targeted for people who in the past, in the beginning, it's like we speak very slow, so anyone, even a 10-year-old, can understand what we're talking about, right? So it's also like the content was, especially in the beginning, very popular in markets where AdSense revenue was not high. So there was a need to monetize that community that he's built, right? So think about what community means for you and your niche and start today, right? I'm not asking you to sell a product today. I'm asking you to go to Nasayo, create your community, think about your first lead magnet, whatever that is, whether that's an event, a challenge, etc. If you're ready to monetize, then just launch a paid challenge and find ways on how you can communicate why you're building that community. So yeah, that's what I can say. Because just start the day, right? Starting is the hardest part. You will get better. As Arshad said, the first 1,000 was difficult, but now he just doesn't have to look at it. After this event, you'll probably have a great time, and you'll share it with your friends, and there will be more people who will be joining his community organically. So yeah, that's it. That's it for myself.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and for your time. And any questions, I will share your contact. And if anyone wants to get in touch with you, what is the best way?
LinkedIn.
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 Yeah, I will
Yeah.
share it. I will share with the community, and already it is there in the events page.
Yeah.
All your details of Jack is there, and also I will share it again in the chat in some time. Thank you very much for your time, and for
Thank
sharing your
you.
valuable time and your inputs, and to share with everyone in the community.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, guys, now what we are going to do before you people start leaving, today's community meetup, what we wanted to do is we have a small poll just to understand from the 20 people here what is your thinking about AI, and this is I request you to take out your mobile, keep the screen active, and this is a very interesting poll live. I request at least people are just leaving side by side after the guest speaker leaves. There is a lot of tendency of people leaving, but I request you to just stay for 30 minutes. We are having a lot of exciting announcements, competition winners, as well as the events that are happening for the next week. So I request people to start opening your phone, keep this screen for this Kahoot poll, and scan this or go to kahoot.it and use this pin 1287609. So you can just scan this, and yeah, and we will do a poll. It's a very interesting poll. I did this yesterday. On Friday I was invited as a guest speaker in Dubai Future Foundation, where I took a poll, and it was a very interesting result that came out of this poll. So I just wanted to see the audience here, how what is their things as well. So we have, I will wait for 20 more seconds. We have 4 people: Ahmed, RKP, Ismail, thank you, Riza, thank you. Uh, I request others to also join, because you get an idea, right, what is happening in the field of AI. And this is just a poll. This is not a quiz. This is a poll. Melvis, Fani, Rahul, Reena, Takwa, Uvan. Yeah, just scan and we will start. At least we want 10 people to be there. And any questions you have regarding the community, you can reach out to me as well, and as well as Jack, who's very supportive and giving you ideas about all these things that are there. Anyone else wants to five? Okay. There are less people today. Come on. Others, Melvis, Fani, Rahul, I think you guys are busy. Okay, no problem. We will just. Okay, I'll just start. You want me to wait for some more time? Anyone? 6. Okay, I think it is fine. 6 people are good enough. 7. Takwa, if you are here, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Takwa, also joined. 1287609, kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. I'll put on the chat also. Oh, people are leaving also. Kahoot.it. Game pin is 1287609. Okay, cool. I'm starting it anyways. It's too much time. Okay. Okay, good. We have seven answers. Okay, so six people think that it is not a hype. 1% thinks it is a hype. That's good. What sparks your curiosity about AI the most? If people are looking, they can still join. Go to kahoot.it and game pin is shown below. Oh, that's good. All of the above. That's interesting. The next question. Yeah, this is an interesting question. Which AI roadblocks do you find the most intimidating? Complexity of technology, ethical concerns, job displacements, or lack of understanding? Okay. So we have a lot of people of lack of understanding, and that is why we have this community to share knowledge, the correct knowledge that is there. Are you prepared for this skill? This is an interesting question. This new skill keeps changing every week. Are you prepared for the new skill? We have six answers. Okay, it's a mix. It's a mixed crowd, half half. What would help you overcome these AI challenges? What would help you overcome these AI challenges? I think this is the last one more question. Is there seven answers? So hands-on project. This is what these both the things we are giving in our AI residency and our workshops. What are your ultimate AI goals? This is an interesting question. What are your ultimate AI goals? And this was interesting. Yesterday in Dubai Foundation, surprisingly, the crowd was young. Most of them selected contribute to ethical AI development, which was the very interesting, right? It was a younger crowd, more younger crowd for, are focused about ethical AI. In this crowd, we have used AI to improve existing processes. That is also a great thing that is there. So you saw the response. It was a very mixed response, and I will share the summary later on. Just before people start leaving more and more, I just want to talk about few of the events that we are having in this coming week. Tomorrow, if you go to nas.io/artificial intelligence, one of our mentees, Adib Kahuja, he was trained under me, under our cohort last year, where he learned about Gradio, about LLMs, about using these technologies, and the same learning he has applied, and he won this hackathon. How many of you in this room have heard about this Compass hackathon that happened in Abu Dhabi, which was a 48 hours hackathon, 2 days hackathon where we had to build some application. So this was a very big hackathon. 40 teams participated, and he has won this. And this is what we are pushing in the community. And also one update that I wanted to give, that our hackathon announcement has happened, and I don't think any person is here in this community. We had a winning ceremony on Wednesday, where we had all the judges and we gave them the prizes as well. That was the facial emotion recognition hackathon. And this hackathon is separate. This was not organized by us, but this is one of our mentees had won this hackathon of 20,000 dirhams, and he is coming tomorrow and sharing his experience in Career Talk. So I will share you the link as well in the chat as well. So please register for this event, and it is going to be an interesting event that is there. Let me just do this one. And the second event that we are having is, let me first give you this event. I'll put it in the chat. So for people who want to get real life project ideas and to, this is the best way to learn is through hackathons and challenges that are there. The second big event that we are having next week, many of the people who are in AI, who want to do things in artificial intelligence, they ask, what can be our strategy? What should we do next? Like some of you mentioned that you want to optimize your algorithm, some you want to improve some processes. Do you really need AI, or you can do it with even with machine learning or data science? So this session is about AI strategies, and this is one of Zishan. He has 20 plus years of experience in building startups and technologies. So please do register for this also, which is very, very uh, important for people who, and this is not only for learners, right? Even for businesses who are thinking about how we can leverage these technologies, and how we should we even invest in AI. So this is the biggest problem that is there, right? People want to they just it is not easy to build models. It is a lot of GPUs and lot of CPUs are getting uh, used to create these LLMs. So should we really spend money, and what should be our strategy is something that we are going to talk. This is our next meetup, 57th community meetup, that is going to happen next week, where we have the special guest speaker, Zishan, that is going to come and speak. Some of the workshops that we are going to plan in our AI Guild community. So when I talked about AI Guild community, it is our premium community where we have all the recordings for people who. How many of you know about AI Guild in this room? There are 12 of you left. So AI Guild is something like this. I will quickly show you. We have more than 400 plus hours of content, pre-recorded content that I have been teaching for the last 8 years, and also including the latest LLM, prompt engineering type of courses, plus a recording of all the workshops that we have done, 55 plus workshops that we have done across the community. You can see different areas and different things that we have done. Everything is here. Other than this, we do a lot of things here. Uh, 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 and these all are project based or outcome based workshops that we are doing. So I will share the link here. Have a look at this for a very small price of around $12 per month. If you pay annually, you'll be getting access to everything. Even the recording of this session will be shared in that guild community that is there. And what we are planning in the next week, we are going to announce the dates. How many of you have heard in this room about stable diffusion? So stable diffusion is a tool that is used to create professional photos, not like DALI and all those things. How you can create professional photos using stable diffusion as a service, as a that is there. Creating a chatbot using Grok. Grok is a fast LLM that is there. How you can integrate your chatbot with Grok as a tool. So this is going to be mostly in text, little bit of vector database will be used for memory and all those things. And the third one is creating a AI sales agent, like that can do real time voice call, which is going to use speech to text, because when you talk, it has to be converted to text. Then it is going to be using Grok LLM. It is going to summarize and get the answers, and then it is going to do text to speech, and it is going to do. So this is going to happen. These workshops are going to happen, so you can scan and you can get in, become part of this, and you can register for these events that are there. So other than this, right now, what we I tell people that whatever we are doing, please create a plan. If you are interested in AI and data, create a plan where you go through Python, you learn the basics. So there is a lot of content that is here that you can go through, get a very good idea about generative AI for business, generative AI for prompt engineering, and all the basic things that are there, and increase your knowledge and then build projects. So this is what I tell people, is build projects, and that is the way you are going to enhance your skills and make your repository that is there, right? You want to make your nowadays people don't ask for resumes. People ask for uh, your GitHub, your profile, your proof of work. Then learn a little bit about large language models. This is very, very important. Then how you can use RAG. How many of you in this room have heard about RAG, retrieval augmented generation? And thankfully, till we have still 10 people left. I thank you, Deep Prasad, Girado, Mazin, Grace, Ismail, Javiria, Reena, Taqwa Malik. Taqwa Malik, you have any specific questions? Uvan, I know you're not from the AI and tech field, but if you have any other questions about community or anything else, so do let me know. Or and Uvan as well. Thank you for being in this call. So have the thing is content is there as I told, right? Attend live workshops, live events that we keep doing, and then try to incorporate that, build your portfolio. LinkedIn is very important, and coming for LinkedIn is for me, LinkedIn was everything that I am right now, thanks to LinkedIn and social media. When I started sharing my work, right? So I am not a I am a content creator in the phase of you can say artificial intelligence. Yeah. So now, like coming for this today's question is right. I that's why in the community also I request people to whatever you do, like if the 10 of you here, LinkedIn is there. I will request all of you. We have a group in LinkedIn as well. Join that group. It is very much focused on interesting things that are happening in data and AI, and also share your learnings there. Right, there are around 2,400 people there. So LinkedIn reach has become bad. And if you give value here, if you give value, there are a lot of people who do promotions. They put their whatever they're selling. We don't approve those things. So it's a very closed community, and if you want to share your learnings, you want to share something important, use this group, join this group. I request people to join this group, and you can post it. At least 2,300 people will look at it. uh, and if it is useful, there and I tell people that there are not only there are learners, but there are also recruiters, people who want to hire, and join this, and try to do few things that are there. What we do is we also put lot of challenges here, lot of questions we put here. So, Namrata, if Namrata, you are there in the call. Namrata, if you are there in the call, so for we do a lot of uh, Python challenges, and this week because Namrata was consistent in giving the answers, the team will reach out to you, and will be giving you a price, that is the AI Guild membership, plus an ebook that from our partner, the Pact, we will be sending you an ebook. So these are some of the things that we encourage the community to engage, to participate in challenges, and not only me, right? People like Ajanta Devi, others, Mary, they also keep posting in this group and sharing value that is there. So, and LinkedIn is a good way to LinkedIn. So if you are a technical person, LinkedIn is good. If you are a creator, uh, Takwa, like, are you more of a what type of value do you give? Do you give more of a text type of value, or do you give more of a image or a video type of content. So depending upon that, you need to stick on a platform and start, because this is what we also push to the community, that right now you need to work. You don't need to just be good. What is the toggle button? What joined? What is the toggle button in your LinkedIn? Is it an AI extension? Uh, there is no toggle button. It is just normal. There is no plugin. It is, I think, it is. Where are you seeing the toggle button? Can you just rephrase? There is no toggle button. This is just a normal browser. I'm not using any. Yeah. It may be Gemini. If you can see something like, if you go to post, then it may be Gemini. Yeah, something that is picking. No, this is Grammarly. This is Grammarly. This is Grammarly. Uh, it's not an. I am not using any AI, Gemini or Grammarly. These are the two things that I use. Yeah, sure, sure. Oh, sorry. Let me. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Yes. So if you see the this waffle button for business, that is there in your, after that advertise is there, no? After that the toggle button is there.
Can you repeat once?
Yeah,
Where exactly?
that is the rightmost on the top, the rightmost place is the toggle button, right? The dark. Yeah. After this, yes.
This one, I.
In after this, upper than that, there is one. Yes, 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 yes,
This
yes,
one.
yes.
This is. I don't know. This is. Oh, this is. I think invisible mode.
Oh,
This is
but we don't
basically.
have such
Okay.
kind of thing.
So
Yeah.
are you a premium user?
No, no, no. I'm not premium. Yeah.
Then that's why. So if you suppose I do this mode, now I am
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a hidden mode. Now if I go and see this profile, he will not come to
Uh-huh.
know that I'm looking at his profile.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Thank you.
So these are some of the things. So LinkedIn is something very important. So one of the most important things that I also teach is about LinkedIn. And LinkedIn has, if you can see, is the one of the main sources of. Even though in the last few months I have been very not active on LinkedIn because I have a huge community to take care of, but it has helped me a lot to reach 51,543. Thanks to every one of you. No marketing, no, I don't do any marketing. I don't spend in anything. That my all my business is organic. Thanks to all of you, word of mouth, and the kind of value that we are giving. So thank you, everyone. I think I request everyone, if you are serious about your career, what we the team has doing is, you can just go to nas.io AI Guild. If you want to try, because you guys have come here, we are giving all of the people a 7 days trial to look at this community. You don't For 7 days you don't need to do anything. You can have a look at it. The prices have increased from 1st June, as the team did not update this, 19 and 149. Look at it, look at the value of content that we have, and then you can decide. There is 4,000 now. There is more than 4,000 of value, and more than 35 courses and content that is there. But more than content, right? It is, as Jack mentioned, it is being part of the live workshops that we do specific for the paid community. We have a closed premium group of right now we have 127 people. So if I can just open our premium group, so these people are serious people who want to learn AI, who are interested in AI. So we have right now 129 members. 129 members are there, so paying $19 per month if paid manually, and they are serious people. So you be part of these serious people, share knowledge, learn with them. And this is what, if anyone is interested, I request people just try it out for 7 days. And there is lot of content, lot of value that we are giving in, and be part of the live events. And thank you for your time. I hope if there is any more questions, we can put it on the chat. The team will look into it. And have a great evening, and see you in the next event. I will just stay back for a couple of minutes. I'll just stop the recording. If anyone has anything, you can let me know.